Okay, good morning, class 6th. Good afternoon, class 6th. So today we'll continue your chapter number 16. In chapter number 16, already yesterday we had learned that how we can manage or we can reuse or recycle. Today we are going to study about the recycling of paper, but yesterday we read that how we can make much of the things out of paper. As one of the story we read about Sham, Nanu, and his Nani. She was helping them and telling them how we can make plenty of the things with the paper. So we not need to waste any of the paper. Even few of the children showed me the things which are present at their home, which they had used recycled paper or recycled bottle they had used. It's very good. So children, this is your duty, and even you need to spread the awareness among your family members, among your relatives, among your neighbors, that we should not waste anything, because you know there is a plenty of waste that is generated in our home. And you just think how much tons of the waste will be generated if we collect the waste from all over the world. Tons of the waste are generated. So let's, one more initiative is there, that is recycling of paper. You know children, we need to cut forest or cut trees to get the paper. You know that or not?
Yes, ma'am, we know.
We
Yes,
need to
ma'am,
cut the trees to get the paper. So one hand we are saying that we need to save the paper. Okay, we need to save the trees. So indirectly that trees and paper are interrelated with each other. So let's continue with it, how the recycling of paper can be done. Kindly write today's date, everybody. Yes, Avni Agarwal, you may continue.
Recycling of paper. You will require pieces of old newspapers, magazines, used envelopes, notebooks, or any other paper. Do not use shiny plastic coated paper. You will also need a frame fitted with a wire mesh or a net. You can also use a large sized sieve in place of a frame. Tear the paper into small pieces, put them in a tub or a bucket, and pour water in it. Let the pieces of paper remain submerged in water for a day. Make a thick paste of paper by pounding it. Now spread the wet paste on the wire mesh fixed to the frame. Pat it gently to make the thickness of layer of the paste as uniform as possible. Wait till water drains off. If required, spread an old cloth or a sheet of newspaper on the paste to let it soak up the extra water.
Okay, beta. So children, this is the way how the recycling of paper can be done. So first of all, what things are required? I think many of you have done sometime. That is paper meshy. How the Fevicol paper is dipped into the water, it becomes soft. Then by adding the Fevicol, you can convert into the desirable material. So this is a recycling of paper. We can recycle paper. Next, Charvi may read the next paragraphs.
Now carefully remove the layer of carefully remove the layer of paste from the frame. Spread it on a sheet of newspaper in the sun. Keep the corners of the newspaper sheet pressed by putting some weights so that these do not curl up. You can add food color, pieces of dry leaves or flower petals, or pieces of colored paper in the paste before spreading it. It would help you to get a recycled paper with beautiful patterns on it. Can we recycle everything just as we recycle paper? Plastics,
So,
bone, or occurs?
okay, so give me the answer of this question even. Can we recycle everything or only a paper can be recycled? So what will be your answer? Yes, Tanishq?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if we try to recycle, ma'am, we can recycle anything. For example, plastic bottles. Ma'am, we can make a pencil stand. And ma'am, even we can make a few things like a car by that bottle cap.
Okay. So we can't say that we can recycle everything, but maximum of the things we can recycle, which melt on heating or whatever is there, only then we can recycle the things, or which can be converted into the other ways, or we can do it. Not everything we can say. Okay. So, but maximum of the things we can recycle, and we should do that also. Okay. Next come plastic is boon or a curse. You know, children, plastic is very, very useful nowadays. And it is curse also because of its plenty of disadvantages. So can you give me one use of plastic where we are using plastic even at your home, in kitchen? Many of the things we are using which are made up of plastic, and why we are using, what's the use of it? First of all, we'll start using that plastic. Where we are using the plastic. Okay, no problem. First read it out. Then we'll start. Then will I ask to you. Yes, Saksham? Tell me what is the use of plastic. Kindly read it first of all. Saksham?
Yes, ma'am. Some kind of plastic can be recycled, but not all of them. Did you notice that polythene bags and some plastic did not result in activity 1? You might now easily understand why polythene bags create a big problem in garbage disposal.
Okay,
It may
next
be a little
paragraph.
difficult.
Next paragraph, Bhuvi. It may be a little difficult.
It may be a bit difficult.
Continue, Bhuvi. Okay, Ridhima, continue.
Yes, ma'am. It may be a little difficult to imagine our life without plastics. Shall we list a few things we use that are made of plastics? Toys, shoes, bags, pens, toothbrushes, buckets, bottles, and water pipes. The list is very long. Can you name a few parts of bus, car, radio, television, refrigerator, and a scooter that are made of plastics?
Okay. Next, Tanishq, continue with the next paragraph. The use of plastic.
Yes, ma'am. The use of plastics in itself might not create so much of a problem. Problems arise when we use plastics excessively and are ignorant, but ways of disposing their waste. This is what is happening all around us. We might even be acting irresponsibly, knowing well about its harmful effects. We often use plastic bags to store cooked food items. Sometimes these bags may not be suitable for keeping eatables. Consuming food packed in such plastic bags could be harmful to our health. Many a time, shopkeepers use plastic bags that have been used earlier for some other purpose. Sometimes bags collected by rag pickers are also used after washing them. Use of such recycled plastic bags to keep food items could be harmful for our health. For storing eatables, we must insist on use of plastic bags that are approved for such a use.
Okay, next
All
is
kind of
Prapti.
plastic.
Okay, beta. Next, Prapti Agarwal.
Okay, ma'am.
And Rayan
All
Azhar.
kinds of plastics give out harmful gases upon heating or burning. These gases may cause many health problems, including cancer in humans. The government has also laid down guidelines for recycling of plastic.
Okay.
You
Next
must have
paragraph. Next paragraph, Rayan Azhar.
Okay, ma'am. You must have noticed that people often fill garbage in plastic bags and then throw it away. When stray animals look for food in these bags, they end up swallowing these.
Sometimes they die due to this. The plastic bags thrown away carelessly on roads and other places get into drains. In the sewer system, as a result, drains get choked and the water spills on the roads during heavy rain. It might even create a flood-like situation. There is a lot of harm that too much use of plastics can do.
Okay,
What can
beta.
we do to
Okay.
minimize?
So there are the precautions to be taken. What we can do to minimize the less use of plastic. Okay, Chehek Agarwal, continue.
Yes, ma'am. What can we do to minimize overuse of plastic and deal with garbage? First, we make a minimum use of plastic bags. We reuse the bags whenever it is possible to do so without any adverse effects. Second, we insist shopkeepers use paper bags. We carry a cloth or a jute bag when we go out for shopping. Third, we do not use plastic bags to store eatables. Fourth,
Okay,
we
okay,
do
beta.
not use
Okay, three points only. Next, Aditya Biswas, then Harsh, and then Ritul Bhardwaj will continue. Okay, Aditya, continue with the number 4.
Okay, ma'am. Number 4, we do not throw plastic bags here and there after use. And 5, we never burn plastic bags and other plastic items. 6, we do not put garbage in plastic bags and throw it away. 7, we use composting at home and deal with our kitchen waste usefully.
Okay,
8,
next is Harsh.
Yes, ma'am. We recycle paper. Ninth, we use both sides of paper to write. We use a slate for rough work. We use blank sheets of paper left in our notebook for rough work. We make our family, friends, and others to follow proper practices for disposing different kinds of wastes. Think about some more ways to minimize overuse of plastics and discuss. The
Okay,
most
last
important point
paragraph
to
will
know
be
and
by Ritul. Last paragraph by Ritul. Ritul is left only.
Most important point to know about and think about is that more garbage we generate, more difficult it will be to get rid of it.
Okay. So children, with this, your chapter is over. The more garbage we are generating, more difficult it will be to get rid of it. Get rid out of it means to stay away. इससे छुटकारा पाना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. It's very difficult to remain away from the plastic if we will be generating much of the waste. So I think you are the people who can reduce the waste, you can reuse, you can recycle, or you can spread the awareness. So here are the 10 ways given to minimize the use of the plastic or how to deal with the garbage related to the plastic. So children, we can't even ignore the plastic because of its widespread use. Plastic is really a wonderful and it's very, very useful. But on the other hand, if we won't be disposing it in a proper way, it will create a problem for us. Immense problem will be with us for the disposal of garbage only. Next, children, I hope you have understood the chapter. If any of the problem is there, you can ask to me before start. Okay. So that was very interesting. Plus, we need to follow it. We had learned so many things in this chapter. So today, before starting with the back exercise, children, I want to show you few of the videos. So let's continue with these videos. Okay, like the how vermicomposting is done, how composting is done. So let's continue with a few of the videos.